This tutorial is going to teach you how to convert the Blackberry 7100i on Nextel fully over to Boost Mobile. That will take you from only being able to do push-to-talk and talk to being able to do internet, text messages, picture messaging, as well as the internet. You're going to need a couple of things. For starters, you're going to need the phone, the battery. You're going to need the data cable that came with it. You're going to need Blackberry Desktop Manager tools, as well as the 7100i service books file that is located on the blog, and an active Boost SIM card with the $50 unlimited plan, or a data plan that includes, a cell phone plan with Boost that includes data. So the first thing you want to do is charge the battery for a couple hours. Make sure you've got enough juice to get through the process without it cutting off on you. And insert the SIM card in correctly with the little tab here, corner cut off on the left side. Power it on. As long as it's got some juice, it should automatically cut on. And it's a good idea to go ahead and throw the battery cover on as well. After this stage, everything goes correctly. You do not need to go back into the phone. Removal of the SIM card will result in all the programming resetting itself, and you'll have to do this process again. There's really no need to go back into it after it's set anyway, so no real problem. And the battery door stays on pretty solid on this phone as well. This could take just a minute to boot up, so we'll pick back up when it boots up. Okay, after the phone boots back up, we're going to need to do a master reset. Again, you need to have your active SIM card in the phone right now. To do the master reset, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom to the wrench, which is options. Hit the enter key, which is pressing in on the scroll wheel. Go down to security options, general settings, and press enter. Password disabled will be highlighted. Press that again and go down to wipe handheld. It's just going to ask you to confirm that that's what you want to do. Click continue. It'll ask you to enter in Blackberry just as one last verification. And click the enter key. It could take a couple of minutes. If you bought it from me, it's refurbished and it shouldn't take too long, as there shouldn't be any data on there. If you bought a used model, it could take 5 or 6 minutes to make sure that everything is wiped out. So just let the phone reset itself, and we'll pick up the next instructions for programming after it's booted back up. Alright, after the master reset is done, you're just going to want to make sure that the phone is working with just talk and push to talk right now. A lot of times after the master reset, you can see it'll cut off the signal, which is located on the right side here. You just want to cut that back on by scrolling to the bottom. Go to this little tower looking icon and press the enter scroll wheel key again. And it could take a minute or two just to sync with your SIM card there. But as soon as signal is coming through there, this X will go away and the signal bars up here will power on. You need to be doing this as well with this Nextel over here on this right side. NXTL means that you have data. You need to be doing the next couple of stages where you make sure you have data. So everything looks good here. The next thing that we want to do is we want to enable legacy mode. Sounds complicated, really. You're just opening up your phone and telling it that you're going to make a couple setting changes. So again, go into options here, and then go to advanced options, and then go down to service book. Nothing is in here, and as you're doing this, nothing will show up on the screen when you press buttons, so just make sure that you do this carefully. If you need to read the step or pause it and go back, make sure you do that. But the whole time you're doing this, you need to hold down the Alt key, which is, it looks like 2 little arrows in the bottom left-hand corner. You need to hold that down and type in ASASBNERBN. That's holding it down the entire time, the alt button, while you press the other keys with your hand. That's again ASASBNERBN. As soon as you do that, Legacy SB Restore Enabled will pop up. Just click OK and go back to the main menu. So now you've got your phone ready to be programmed. Your next step is you want to download Blackberry Desktop Manager from the auction page where you purchase the item. There will be a link. If not, you can just go to Google and type in Blackberry Desktop Manager. The first result will come up. You can download it for Mac or PC. Just download and install that, and then hook up the data cable to the USB port, and double click on the Blackberry icon, and it'll open it up. And you just need to hook the phone up to the data cable. As soon as you've done that, it'll ask if you want to back up or restore on the PC. Just click no. Just give it a second to sync there. As soon as it's ready to go, you want to click up here to back up and restore, and then to advance. And on the right side here is all the files on your phone, and on the left side is the ones that you're moving over. Here you just want to go to File, Open, and then here's where you want to double click and locate the Service Book 7100i.ipd file that you downloaded and located on the blog. As soon as you do that, it'll show up on this side, Service Books 20. Just click on the record and then click to move it over. It'll take just a second. It'll ask and confirm that you want to move the file over and replace the old ones. Once that's done, just go over to the right side here and go down to Service Books. Make sure that the record reads 20. Now you'll know that you've got everything done. The hard part's over, folks. Now you just need to make one more setting on your phone and you'll be good to go. So this time you can disconnect your phone from the USB cable and go back into Options and Advanced Options, and then go to Host Routing Table. Again, you need to have data service when this is happening, or these two marks here, or two lines, will not show up. Sometimes you might need to wait a minute or two to get data for them to come up. But on each line here, just click Enter and go to Register Now. Let's say registration message sent. And within a minute or two, you should receive 2 text messages from Nextel. If you get the text messages, everything is working. As soon as you unlock the text message, everything else will work as well. Here it's 3:05. At 3:05, I just got the 2 text messages. Everything is good to go. The only other option you want to change is this phone is a little bit older, and sometimes it'll dial +1 out, so I recommend everyone do this. Just dial any number. Just press like 0, like you're going to dial a number, and then press the Enter key and go down to Options and go to Smart Dialing. And at the very top it says +1. That's no longer needed and will actually make it to where a text message or call will not go through. So that's no longer necessary. Click the Enter key again, go to Change Option, and move it to Unknown. Click back, save, and you're good to go. If you have any questions, just feel free to message me or post up on this blog or YouTube, and I'll be happy to help you out. Thanks.